Yeah, bravo. I heard you in the YAS concert the other night too. So, and the concert itself, I think the main thing that bothered me was balance, and it still does. But it sounds to me like you've been thinking about it because it's better than it was. But I mean, this is an extremely difficult piece for balance because so much of the time the two of you are on the same register, like right at the opening. You're even playing the same notes, you know, at different instances. So if you aren't really, really careful about balance, it can kind of sound a little bit like a hodgepodge where people aren't sure what they're listening to. So I'll try and point out a few things. The other thing that, just at a very high level, which the performance just strikes me as a little bit heavy. A lot of the pianos, especially Daniel, you playing really nowhere near piano in piano, and I thought maybe that's because you realize you have to be heard. Is that that might have been the way you were solving the problem? Is just there's a balance problem, so you just played more. But I think we want to observe the pianos and get light. I think the music is light, and I'm not sure what adjectives we want to use for it, but actually if you look at the whole duo, I think not just the first movement, but everything else too. I mean, it's not serious. It's right. So there's a lot of humor in it. maybe less humor in this movement, but so for example, just play your opening ostinato there without Camden just for a second. So I think you can wake that up. That maybe it's a hair slow, but you could still play this tempo. But if, like, even the first note, if it had a little articulation, and a little bit of, with air, a little bit of shape. So it feels active. Yeah, try it. Good, right, yeah. So Ravel does this all the time to string players. The bow distribution is so unfortunate, right? Yeah, but I think the shape of the phrase is ya-da-dee-ya-da-da-dum. The G, even though it's on a bow by itself, it's maybe the softest note of all. It's an ending note, right? Ya-da-dee-ya-da-da-dum is the ostinato, and then it repeats. Ba-da-dee-ya-da-da-dum. So if you're da-ya-dee-ya-da-da-dee, there's a way to just pull the bow lightly, but what you don't want to do is break ba-da-dee-ya-da-da-dum, which is what you did, right? I think, so you want those notes to be absolutely one thought. And I think every one, it's going to help Camden when he comes in. I think every one is like a little restart. Like, don't play it like a long phrase, but it's ba-da-dee-ya-da-da, finish. Pa-da-dee-ya-da-da, finish. Pa-da-dee-da. So we actually get this sense of repetition with a little bit of articulation. So here's a cheat bowing that you could, let's see, you start up bow, right? Pa-da-dee-ya-da-da-dum, pa-da-dee-ya-da-da-dum, pa-da-dee-ya-da-da-dum. If you're worried about the G sticking out, you want to see what that feels like? Good. Great, good. Now that's a really good sound for starting it. And then when he comes in, you need to drop back, right? And stay out of his way, right? So, and I think maybe for both of you now the tune, a lot of this stuff is debatable, but I think the as legato the bow changes as you can make them, right? Take out little starts, and the only start that we ever hear is as slight interjection. You want to try the opening together? Say. Good, right. From here, it's almost in balance. Can you go down just even a little bit softer? So, Camden, just let me hear you play that for a second. Right. So, I don't know that it helps balance a lot, but like not letting go, rather than D, you're so like sustain the first A, Good, right. That's the idea. Now, that was like overdone, right? Because it didn't have the atmosphere. Can you do that with the atmosphere? That's a beautiful sound. That's good. So it's a little bit like what I was talking about in one of the earlier. It's how to play really soft, even flottando and with air, and still project, right? So you recede a little into the background and you be projection conscious, even though you're not going to play loud. Yeah, want to do it again? Yeah. Right, yeah, good. Yeah, that's beautiful. So it strikes me a little bit like it's too active, right? So because there's something very languid about this, isn't it? I think there could be a little bit more motion just in general, but not fast bows, which, or overly fast bows, which make it sound nervous. It's getting there. Try it just to get the feel. I'm not sure that this is a good idea, but let's try it a little bit faster. That's good, right, yeah. So you don't have to play any louder than that. That was great, Camden, you stayed under him. Let's do from the violin solo. That's it. Good, right, yeah. So this little thing we do, pa-da-deem, pa-da-deem, pa-da-dee. Those maybe need a little bit of shape. So those have lines over them, not accents. So pa-da-deem, pa-da-dee. Be careful you don't hit them with the bow. And then the last one actually has a hairpin up. So what if you just, inside of a very small framework, build it. Pee-da-dum, pee-da-dum, pa-da-dee-da-da. So that the first one a little bit more, second one a little bit more, and the third one is the top. Yeah. Maybe don't stop the phrase on the D. Okay. Right? Let's do it one more time. I really like that. That was good. I was starting to get the right sound. Good, right, good, yeah. Can you be more active? You're the motion that kind of keeps things moving. Great. Good. Very good. So let's see. I don't have any bar numbers. This area here. Can you? Camden, I don't know if you can see where it is. Yes. So let's do this slow here, because now instead of one voice being in front and one voice being in back, this is an interchange between the two. So it's how you pass it back and forth. Do it a little bit slow so you can match each other's sound. Pee-da-dum, pee-da-dum. Yeah, can we just isolate those bars? Right, yeah. Yeah. What if you play not T-da-tum, but P-a-pum? So like you try and make it P-a-pa-da-tum, T-da-P-da-pum, rather than T-da-ta-da-ta. yeah. Good. That was a nice. Now you sound knit like a group, right? Let's go on now because this exchange is still coming. It's very cool the way the harmonics. So here's another thing I'd like to suggest because we have all these syncopations coming up. When you get the quarter note tune, there's no accents. Have you ever tried it, the melody playing completely legato, dee-da, dee-da, and let the syncopations have a little bit of a poke? We'll get there in a second, but if we just do from right here, just the cello where he goes into bass clef on the second beat. Yeah, and then you come down, instead of poking each note, just come down totally legato. Yeah. Okay, great. This was good, Camden. I heard him all the way through. In the concert the other night, just play that area because it's a great cello moment, but you can totally bury the violin there. Right, yes, yeah. So you were getting a great sound out there, but I couldn't hear the D, B, but this time you balanced it very well. So this actually is, to me, it's just sounding a little bit heavy here, because this next section coming up, just Camden, just play where the violin starts the pizzicatos. Yeah. Can you imagine that as a little bit jazzy? Not so sticky, right? It's, That's it, yeah. So trying to get everything a little bit lighter and more bright-eyed and a little bit quicker. Yeah. So where's a good place to start? Go back to that same place, it's easy. When you come in here, Daniel, come in, he's just playing harmonics, so you can come in soft. It'll make a more effective crescendo. All right, bravo, really great playing. So the score that you gave me has no changes of tempo here, but they're written, right? You know that. Yeah, and then there's another one after that. I don't remember just where you stopped. There's a second. It goes even faster.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have that in your.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think we have to stop. From the boss gives. So very good. That sounds very good. Excellent playing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.